Right, Cam, welcome to the podcast, G.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
How are we?
I'm good.
Manny boy, yeah?
Manny boy, mate. Manny boy.
Right, let's
Straight.
just get stuck in on this one.
Yeah.
Just for transparency, people, this is the second time we are recording this podcast. And it is my fault. The audio wasn't working last time, and I've said to myself that I really want to up the quality of the podcast. So I didn't really want to put it out without the quality of the audio being up to par. So Cam has kindly agreed to come back to Brum and we'll do it again, but I think there's new parts that have been added to
Yeah,
your
I
story.
think because my story's so short. Because my story's so short, every month's like crazy. So it's been 6 weeks probably since we last filmed.
But the growth's been mad. Like, I actually like it. But you know, one thing I wanted to talk about was
Okay.
you get a lot of hate online, and it's probably because you claim to make £40,000 a month on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, you don't say TikTok, do you? Or do you?
Try and not say it, because as soon as you say TikTok, people think it's the creativity program, which it's not. Yeah. The creativity program is the one where you get paid per views. I don't do that.
Okay, so I do that. That's how I don't really. It's just like an extra little whatever. Like, I don't really focus on it. But with the creativity program on TikTok, people depend on that as an income, which is fair enough. Because recently, I know you can make quite a bit of money.
Yeah. The only thing with that, TikTok dictates your CPM, which is I think it's like your cost per 1,000 views. Yeah. So like, I know lads who have like run podcast ones, like where they clip podcasts, and they're getting like 2p.
You know why that is?
To 20p.
You know why that is? Because I think TikTok is now rewarding original content. So if it's not your own content, let me have a look at mine.
It's a bit. I think that's bad though. I think it's good, but it's bad at the same time, because for a podcast like yourself, if you're going if you want someone to clip your podcast, they're not going to do it because they've got to make their own. But if someone used your content and clipped it and made it look good, would you not be happy? As if like your podcast is being pushed to more eyes than
I think it's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? So for example, let's just say if they didn't give credit to someone, and they're using their content to push their own views up. True. Yeah. So I think it's not as if you won't get paid for it, but you won't get paid as much as if you was the original content creator. Again, this is recent changes in it on the TikTok platform.
Yeah, well, they brought more out to the creativity program.
Yeah. I'll show you what mine is. It's not much, I don't think.
Mine's just gone up to 61p today.
Yeah,
finally. I think they're improving everybody's though.
Yeah, I think mine's gone up a little. Mine's 56p.
Is it?
Yeah. So
mine all went mad because I'm getting kicked out of my apartment. That was the one that went mad. I made 200 quid off that video.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't really post. To be fair, it's only recently I posted a few clips. Otherwise, I didn't really post on it. I do it more so to kind of get the reach and to get the name out there.
Yeah. To be honest, I try and keep mine under a minute. I do feel like it's a bit mad. Like, I don't feel like well, unless you're amazing at keeping attention, you've got to understand TikTok's like a 2-second time span. You've got to grab them in that first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you've got to retain that attention for a minute. It's a long time.
That's why you got to be quite creative, innit? Yeah, so at the moment, mine's like 56p. Yours has recently gone up as well.
Yeah, to 61. We're the same as you, mate. We don't really use it. Obviously, that's not our main source of income. Our main source is the affiliate program, which no one really knows about, which is crazy to me.
Okay, so you make £40,000 a month.
Yeah,
it's a big claim. That was the video that I came across. So you made that video?
No, so that wasn't like I'm making 40 grand a month, basically. So when I do these videos, my friend will ask me probing questions, or I'll actually film something, and what the other person won't want to be on camera. Not like, you've got to understand, not everybody wants to do what I do. Not everybody around me wants to do what I do. So I can't just expect everyone to jump in front of the camera. When I say jump, they say, well, when I say jump, they say how high.
Yeah.
It's just not like that. So I have to just work with what I've got. So people can take the mick and say what they want. But he said to me, what would you do if your 40 grand ran out? Because like with Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. So I said, Instagram and Facebook ran for around about 8 years before they both died out. Facebook was between about 2007 and 2015. It was probably the back end of it. And then Instagram took over from about 2013 up to probably 2021. 2020
I like
lockdown.
Instagram. I still
Yeah,
use
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, but I'd say like TikTok's took over
Yeah,
Instagram now.
TikTok's was the new kid on the block.
Yeah, so what I'd said was even if it lasted for 4 months, even if it lasted for 3 months, I've got 40 grand 1 month, 40 grand 2 months, and 40 grand for 3 months. That means I'll have 120 grand. And near me, you could buy yourself a terraced house.
Yeah.
So that's all I'd said. But obviously I've clipped it. I haven't clipped it. I had an editor that clipped it, but it just is what it is, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like a double-ended sword. 'Cause you get loads of hate, but then you also get loads of views. So,
You gotta love attention.
like,
So what's the most you've made on TikTok?
in a day?
Yeah. No, in a month.
So the most I've made over all my accounts is 40 grand. Yeah.
4 grand, okay.
Yeah. So it recurs at around 40 grand. Now that's over all of them though. I've got 3-4 accounts. My main account does about 35, but with the other ones I get about an extra 5 grand.
Okay.
So I have about 6 accounts in total.
And it's all doing pretty much the same thing.
No, some of it's like other things as well. Some of it can be creativity program.
Okay.
But 35 grand comes from the affiliate program.
Okay, so before we kind of get into how you're doing that, what the tips and tricks on what the affiliate program actually is, I think TikTok should sponsor us for this podcast. But before we kind of go into that, so I think everyone kind of knows why you're on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's just talk a little bit about what you were doing before, because obviously there's been a few things that have kind of led up to what you're doing now, because it wasn't always the case where you were making, even 10 grand a month is a lot of money, 20 grand, 30 grand. You're saying you're making 40 grand a month.
September, I couldn't even, like, my dad had gave me an ultimatum. So I was living at my dad's. My dad had gave me an ultimatum, so I quit my job. And my dad had said to me, like, Cam, you've got till October the 1st. You've got till October the 1st. And if you do not pay me your rent and the money that you owe us, you're gonna have to move out, and you're getting a normal job. There's no doubt about it. If you want to stay here, see if you're out on the street or you're staying here and you're getting a normal job. So I'd gone to my friend Imran, a guy who owns Archie's, and I'd said, like, look, mate, I said, if anything right now, have you got anything for me? I said, look, I need to make about £700 a month. I said, I'm not asking for it all off you. I said, is there any work I can do, and maybe you can put me onto some people? So he said, yeah, mate, funny enough, I've just opened a chippy. So I'm like, oh, yes, get in. So I said, don't pay me till the end of the month. I said, don't pay me. I don't need to pay my dad till the 1st of October. So I just said, let me do it for the first month for free and see how it goes.
So at this point, were you not working or anything?
No, so I left my job.
Why did you leave your job?
Because I'd stopped drinking. So I was sober. I stopped drinking December 2022 because I was just ruining my relationship with my girlfriend. I was ruining relationships with family. I was just going out on the weekend. But, like, I was just still not being fulfilled by what I was doing. So, like, I was not going out on the weekend, but I just felt like my life was just not there.
Okay.
Like, I was just doing telesales job after telesales job, and just like, hi, my name's Cam, I want to sell you a card reader. And it's just like, oh.
It wasn't you.
It just weren't me. It's just, there's just no one behind that. Like, there's just no Cam inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
I was like, what is it that I can do? So I've looked at everything. Faceless, I've built an account on TikTok up to 60k. I had built a previous account to 180,000. I built another account to 20,000. Built another account to 8,000. At this point, when I'd first gone to him, so I've just said to him, like, look, mate, am I all right to do TikTok for something? He said, yeah, do it for my chippy to Imran. And so I've got to do this chippy. Turn up. I'm like looking at it, thinking, right, okay. So I've had a week at it, and I'm thinking, what else can I film about, like, a chippy?
So when you're saying you're doing this TikTok, so Imran, he's the owner of Archie's.
So he never had it. Yeah.
Just for a bit of context for the audience.
Imran's the owner of Archie's, one of 5. He's the marketing guy at Archie's. He's like, so he's 4 brothers, and he's the market. He looks after marketing. They all look after a different part.
Yeah, because I remember when Archie's first opened in Manchester, it was like a massive hype.
Yeah.
And I just remember
Like-
the pink color, and I remember because obviously I had a bit of a time off at uni, and then I came back because I used to go uni in Manchester.
Yeah.
Came back, and then my mates were like, "Oh yeah, check out Archie's." I'm thinking, Archie's, like, what are you on about? It's a new burger place. All right, cool. Go down and some like it wasn't even that big, to be honest.
It's on Whitworth Street. Yeah,
the small one.
Whitworth Street.
No, Oxford Street.
Oxford, yeah, but
that one?
Whitworth Street's next to it.
is that-
Oxford
okay,
Road,
yeah,
yeah. Oxford Road.
And obviously because you got the two unis pretty much on the same road.
Yeah.
It was like perfect location for it, and so anyway, we went there. It was a small little place, but it was pink and everything. I'm thinking I've never seen a pink burger place before. Checked it, and I remember seeing Imran actually behind the till, like grafting. But yeah, so that's the same guy that kind of. Did you approach him, or did you approach?
So basically, you see my previous business, I had an e-commerce business that literally was the COVID business. It was up and then straight down, do you know, like with any COVID business, which had got me in 25 grand's worth of debt. So that's why I owe my dad the money. So my dad had said to me, "Come on, I'll pay off the debt, but you're gonna have to pay me back because I don't want these debt recovery people coming to my house. So I'll pay it for you because I don't want it coming in my house." And I was like, "Dad, it's like 25 grand." And he's like, he didn't know how much he was getting into until I didn't even know. So like, because I've just got a credit card, personal loan, everything you can imagine, just because. The thing was, because everything happens so quick, nobody tells you how to run a business.
Okay, so just to kind of, I'm trying to get a bit of a timeline here. Just again,
right.
just
So
be mindful of the audience.
let me explain. So, so all my life started. This is 2015. So all my life, starting in 2015, I'd started my first business.
2015.
Yeah. 15 years old. I'm born in 2000. Started a clothing business, started telling all my mates, "Oh, this is from this local place," like
sick.
And one of my mates bought a t-shirt off me, funny enough. So my mate bought the t-shirt off me, sold one more, and then I didn't get to sell anymore. Tried to sell them on eBay. It was just a nightmare. I'd spent like 70, 80 quid on it, but it was a lot to a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
So I tried, and then I tried like YouTube. I've tried everything, mate. I literally kept trying and trying and trying. But like the problem with me is I've always been like ADHD. Not ADHD, but my attentions just can't stick to one thing all the time. So like let's say previously I'd start a business and it would last for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then that's like right.
Until you see something else.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think a lot of people are like that, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's because you're putting too much information into yourself. So if you stop watching what everybody else is talking about and solely focus on what you
is that what's happening then? So you start something and then you see someone else doing well in something else. You be like, "Oh, I want to do that." And then you see something else, and then you won't.
And then I think I can run about 10 businesses, and I can't. I've not even tried one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, with 17, I then went to college. 16. I got no GCSEs. Got in a car, told me, "Dad," I was like, "Dad, I've got nothing. I've got nothing."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I'm not surprised. Because everything was like, everything I do, just put no effort into it. I wasn't proud of anything I did. I wasn't bothered about anything I did. I didn't care. And I just had this whole thing is what it is, isn't it? You know? So then at 17, I went to college, did business level 2. After college, I then went and just did telesales job. And then what happened was I got a job. And this is what really engraved to me that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 no more. So it come up to the place where everybody had to go inside for a certain amount of months. I'm not going to say the word because you can get pulled back on it. And I'd been at this place for about 3-4 months, and all of a sudden, we got to the point where everyone was getting sent home, and they just let me go.
Yeah.
So I just went home, no money, nothing, all the way through lockdown. Luckily enough, I was living at my parents' house, but I thought, like, imagine if you had your own house. There was people with kids, everything. I was thinking, like imagine if I had kids. So after that, I just thought, like, there was just something sat in the back of me, like, it really annoyed me. But after lockdown, I went and worked another one because there was nothing else. I didn't build anything up for myself through lockdown. I just got smashed every day. Just typical thing. And then I went to work for a property investment company. He used to come down to Birmingham, looking at properties for overseas investors, did all this. And then all of a sudden, I'd said to my girlfriend at Christmas, so I met my girlfriend at December 2020, and I said to her, like, 15 days after meeting her, do you want to start something? I've been dying to do something, I don't know what I want to do. She was like, I love gym clothes. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Ordered the gym clothes, and then we fell into the second one.
So you started the gym?
Yeah. But we'd ordered these gym clothes,
Yeah.
but we'd fell into a second lockdown.
Oh, okay.
So we'd fell into the second one, and then we was like, right, this woman was like, we can't get them over. They're stuck in China. We can't get them to you.
How much stock did you buy? Can you remember?
I think it was like 100 pieces of each, and we had like five different ones. I think someone like, I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. Okay. Anyway, she had she was using this product, and everybody was going mad for it. So I was like, sack it. And Mum had it in her salon. I was just like, if your mum don't want to do it, we'll just have to go with it because we're waiting for that to come. We can say this is the start of it, and then this is what's going to come. So we ended up doing it, and like, mate, I had to quit my job within a month. It just blew up because it was when TikTok was going mad, and when like everyone was sat at home. So it was like these two things collided together and just went mad. Like, I know so many people. Actually, I was speaking to a lad the other day, and he had a company, and he said his was the same. Like,
a lot of businesses kind of, the one side of it blew up, and then other businesses kind of fell to the ground.
Yeah, well, everyone who blew up kind of fell off as well because when everyone went back to work, it just went like that. But the problem was first of all, I'd rang up the supplier, said to the supplier like, look, this has happened. They was like, no, we can't deal with that. So I had to go to another supplier, and then we finally got something through with them a few weeks later, but the shipping had already gone past the date, and then so we was just constantly chasing our tail. And then like we moved into a place, and that was a nightmare. Moved into somewhere else, that was a nightmare. Moved, and it was just everything you could imagine just went wrong with it. So I was in a spot in like October 2021. I'd fully fell off, gone, mentally gone, down, depressed, anxious. Like, mate, I used to go to the gym, and I'd get to the gym, start crying. Just because I was just like, my head had just gone. Like, I was watching a video of him before, and I'm just talking nonsense. Like, I don't even know what I'm speaking about. Like, I'm trying to be motivational or something, and it's just not coming across. I'm thinking, what was wrong with me? So, for about a year later, I just decided to carry on. Going out and partying. So I'd stopped drinking for 4 months. I'd tried to stop drinking, and then like I'd went and got a new job. I got a job, and I was working late nights, and then and then I'd been working there for about 3 months, and I just couldn't do it no more. So I was like I was working 211, doing telemarketing to American like lorry drivers, mate, and I was thinking, oh god, this is just,
you know what, anyone that survives those jobs, I rate them, man.
Mate,
I don't know
honestly, I tell you what, it built me up though. Like now I can like work till 11 o'clock at night, and it's nothing to me. Like, it's just nothing, because like,
but I feel as if like, I think you can only do that when you enjoy, no, I don't know, but when you're enjoying what you're doing, maybe.
Yeah, but to be honest, my work now doesn't feel like work, but I'll get onto that in a second. And then, like, mate, I got to December 2022, and I'd gone out, and I was drinking, and I'd embarrassed myself. Me and my girlfriend had paid for most. We'd gone to London for like an anniversary thing. We'd been together for 2 years, and I'd ruined the whole time there. And I just said to her, I'm sorry. Like,
in what sense? Like,
just getting too smashed, mate.
Right,
like, not getting into fights, but just getting into arguments and stuff. Do you know, like, just embarrassing. Do you know?
Yeah, you weren't pleased with yourself.
I just weren't happy with myself, mate. But there was like still this deep lying thing of, because I tried to hide away from what had gone on, I was just like still mentally gone.
So what do you think that your missus stuck around then? What do you think?
Honestly, mate, I don't know. Yeah. I'll be 110% honest. I still say to her till this day, I do not know why.
Do you, if I was to ask your missus now, what was it that made you stick with him? What do you think she should say?
Because I am a nice person deep down. That's what she says. She says, I'm a nice person deep down. And she always knew there was something else inside of me. But she just didn't know why. She just carried on.
Fair enough, yeah.
Like, there was like 4 or 5 times she tried to end it with me. And I was like crying my eyes out as a man, like just there on the bed, like, please don't leave me. I've got nothing left. Like, swear to God, mate. And I'm not bothered to admit it. I'm not bothered to admit it because I was just too scared and I was shying away from things. So I said to her, like, look, I am going to stop. I said, let me have my works due and let me have Christmas. And then that's it. I've got 2 more times and then I'm done.
2 last blowouts.
Yeah, exactly. So I've gone on the works due, made an embarrassment of myself there. So I thought, great, there's one out of the way. Don't want to do that again. And then it was Christmas Day and I didn't get to bed till about 6 in the morning. And at that point, I was like, right, I'm fully done. I'd never ever want to be in this position ever again in my life. So I'm not saying I'll ever rule it out, but I do feel like on that day I just said, right, I'm done. But like I was walking through Manchester yesterday and everyone was smashed. But I was looking at people and thinking, like, you can't even control your body. Like, that's what scares me.
Do you think at a point, would you say you were kind of addicted to the alcohol?
Yeah.
Like you were dependent on it.
I'd say I would never say I'm addicted to something because I can just stop it. Like if I get it in my head, I'm gonna stop something. I can stop it. Like I don't get like.
Yeah.
And do you know, like, one of them people who can just stop? Like I can just go teetotal and I'm done.
Yeah.
But I think my problem was where I would stop. I'd always have in the back of my head that it's not going to be forever.
Okay.
But when I stopped this time, I was like, right, I'm done. I just like, I ruined it for my girlfriend. I ruined it for everyone else around me. And I remember saying to my girlfriend, when I stopped, if I die right now, I'm dying as a bum. Like, there is nothing going for me. I'm in debt. I'm working a crap 9 to 5 every single day. I'm down. I'm depressed. I lost a load of weight. That I showed you on that. I showed you on that video. I lost a load of weight, but then was putting it back on because I was just eating takeaways. But my girlfriend was paying for it. And I was just like, "What is my life? Like, this? Isn't life."
Yeah.
I was just doing what other people said was happiness, but I wasn't getting happiness from it. And I seen something the other day where it's not about what your parents do. It's not about what your friends do. It's not about who you may find attractive. It's not about who you want to be. Like, it's not about living someone else's life. It's about living your own life. And that's where you get happiness from, when you find your own way in life. So I was like, right, I kind of got where I was coming from. And I was just like, right, I'm done. I started to try and work on myself. It wouldn't work. And then, like, so I was just like, got done with it.
Stopped at that point,
Fully stopped. And I've been stopped since. And then, but I was still working, like, rubbish jobs. Like, you know, like, my life was still nothing. Like, I was thinking, like, I've stopped drinking. And that's where everyone told me, if I stop drinking, my life's going to become good. But my life's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was still bad. Like, what is going on? So I thought, right, if I stop drinking, my life's going to be better. But what I realised, and my girlfriend taught me this, is you need to stop depending your happiness on something. I was like, I'm not going to be happy until I stop drinking. And I stopped drinking and I weren't happy. And I was thinking, why am I not happy? Like, what is going on? I've stopped drinking. Like, come on. Somebody give me something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I think that's where people get a lot of hardship in their life, is because they depend their happiness on something. So I thought, when I make 10k a month, when I get to that point, I'm going to be well happy. But when I got to 10k a month, I was like, well, I've still got this to pay. I've still got that to pay. And I've still got that to pay. And I've still got outgoings. And I've still got debt. And I've still got everything else. So I was depending my life on this 10k a month. And then when I got there, I was like, I want more. So anyway, let me carry on. So I'd gone to Imran. So I'd quit everything and I'd gone to Imran. I said, like, mate, I've got nothing.
I think you said at this point you've made a few TikTok accounts, was it?
Yeah. So I'd done.
What was your content at that point?
So obviously I had the e-commerce business, and then after the e-commerce business, I'd done a drop shipping brand, and then I'd done a personal brand, Faceless. So I'd done quite a few things. So like building businesses, pretty much. Building businesses through TikTok. So I've said to him, like, I built businesses through TikTok. Can I use yours for... Can you give me something? I didn't want Archie's, but I was just asking if he had something. We hadn't spoken 6 months. It's like, have you got anything? And he was like, yeah, actually, I've just started a chippy a month or 2 back, and I could do with a few more people through the door, just a bit more exposure. He said, well, I've been doing a bit on Instagram, but obviously I'm running Archie's as well. I ain't got time to do both. So I said, all right. I said, I need like £700 though at the end of the month. I said, like, I'm not asking for it now, but if my results are good enough, can we talk about something? I only felt comfortable saying that because we already kind of had had a friendship there.
Yeah.
So like, if anybody's in that situation, I'd just say to someone, look, can I give it a go for you? And don't pay me until I get your results. Some people won't pay you anything. That one person who pays you £1,000 or pays you £500, you can use all them results and then go to somebody with the results, because this is where I'm going to feed into. So after 12 days, I got in 1.2 million views on a video of Irish curry sauce. This was like the redemption of Cam, right?
Is that where it all started, yeah?
Yeah. This is where it all started.
Irish curry sauce.
Yeah. So if you actually type in on TikTok, the Chip Shop MCI, you'll see my face, fresh-faced, pale as anything, in an Under Armour top, sat there outside Manchester Piccadilly Station, eating curry sauce, trying all free. And that's where he went mad.
And that got, 1.2 million views?
1.2 million views. So like, a few people are saying, have you heard about this Cam? So I was hearing it, but... My main thing was, I know I've got no money. I've got nothing. I've got nothing to lose right now. So I just started to go and drive to Archie's office. So I just said, like, mate, can I come and chill in your office? Like, can I just come and sit there? Mate, I wasn't getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Because I was there. He was like, why don't you come spar with me? Why don't you come do this with me? Why don't you come do that with me? So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. So started sitting in Archie's office. He then had another brand, and I was sat with them as well. Just chat, and it was just good because like people would walk in because it's Imran and like network, and then I'd meet this person and meet that person, and then he gave me to one of his friends. I did his, and like we got that. Like, bear in mind, this had never been seen before. This other one had generated like over 500,000 views in a month, just some random place in Manchester. So he was doing all right, and then
so through that, you kind of networked with other people through Imran, and they gave you their accounts, and then you kind of built that out.
I think what I used to see, right, was I used to have to find people who were my age, who had the same mindset, and I needed to find them people. But you're not gonna find anybody who wants to do the same thing as you. And like me coming to you right now, you want to do podcasts. I wanted to do a marketing agency. We're not the same, but we're not got the same ambitions, but we've got the same drive. So don't look at people. When people say like, surround yourself by like-minded people, I'm sat here with you right now. You're a like-minded person, right?
Yeah.
You're a like-minded person, but we're not on the same path. You're on.
We're doing our own things, but in the sense of obviously ambition, drive, big goals, putting yourself out there, executing on whatever you've planned. Or you can sit with people that are doing nothing all day and
that's where nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And like, if you're not going to change your friendships,
100%.
Like, my problem was I was still surrounding myself with friends where they were still going out and drinking, which I still like them. I still like all them lads. They're all nice lads.
No one's saying that you don't have to speak to them or anything, but my this is the thing, and I don't know if you've heard any of the other podcasts, but I pretty much say this on every single podcast. It's, if you're chilling with 4 bums, you're going to be the 5th one. Yeah. If you're chilling with 4 millionaires, you'll end up going to be the 5th one, because you'll get inspired by people. So, for example, the fact that you were, because Imran was in your network and you were surrounded by Imran and his co-workers or his colleagues, that must have inspired you to see how he networks, how he builds his business. Even in your subconscious, you're probably thinking, you know what? I like to put myself in front of these people, and look, it's paid off dividends for you. Do you know what I mean?
Like, so this is the main thing. So me and Imran used to go used to go to. He started saying to me, "Do you want to come gym in the morning?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll come gym." And I was pretty ripped at this point, so I was like, "Yeah, we'll train." So I've been going to the gym with him, and then we'd go jump in the sauna and steam afterwards, and the jacuzzi, and then like 2-3 times later, this guy comes in. He's like, Imran's like, you need to meet my man. Bear in mind, at this point, I'd been blowing everything up. I was just about to get arches.
So he was telling you, all right, do arches for us now then.
Yeah. So I did so well with the chippy.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
given arches.
Fair play.
I actually didn't take arches on for much more, but it was more of like a thing to say I'm doing.
Yeah, it's a big client to say, because then you can use that and approach other businesses.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. So like people, where I used to go wrong was I used to see the big business and then I want more money because it's a big business. But with any business, and the reason they're doing so well is they don't want to spend loads straight away. They want to see how well it works, and if it works, then they'll pay, right? So I've been given arches, and arches I was retaining like 500 views every video on TikTok. So they'd had some good ones with like the Chris Brown ones and stuff like that. First one, 100,000 views.
First one that
500 from oh no, sorry. The first few was like 4,000 or 5,000. Then it was just content that they had.
Okay.
Then my idea, my first one got 100,000, 120,000. Then I slowly built it back up. 5,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000. And like it just went all the way up till about, and then like he was releasing a pink mayo. So we were speaking about this pink mayo. So obviously at this point I'm still going into his office every day. So I'm in every meeting, and I'm not even a part of the Archie staff. I'm just in these meetings, and these people are probably thinking, what is he doing here? Yeah. But like I'm getting that close with Imran that I'm in every meeting. And this release of this pink mail, they're like, right, how are we going to get people in? So I was like, I know. Let me have a go with it. So there was this thing called Raising Cane's, right? Raising Cane's to do like this big tub of sauce, yeah? So I said, right, let's not do that big because we're not American, but let's just do like one like this big. So you got like a tub of sauce like this, and it's a pink garlic mayo, and people were just buying, there was like a 5 ounce cup of pink mayo, and people were buying it. It was my idea, and I just was like, wow, this is crazy. So I made a video with it, and because it looked mad, and I knew. So basically what I do when I make a TikTok video is I'll look at something, yeah? So if you say like a phone, what like with that sauce, the main thing was it's pink.
Yeah, that's the selling point. So if you put
anything on it, anything over that over anything, it's pink, it's bright.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, I'll do that. Did that, and it just went mad, 750,000 views. So I was like, wow. So everyone was like, so people had already started hearing, that's the TikTok guy. And bearing in mind, everybody had wrote me off. In Manchester, pretty much anyone I'd spoken to, apart from Imran, had wrote me off. He's just, yeah, let's just see how long it lasts for. It's not going to last. That's not how you build a company. That's not how you build a brand. That's not how you do it. It's never going to last.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, we'll see. So, it makes me giddy just thinking about it, because I just like, do you know one of them things where people say like, you was able to prove somebody wrong, but it wasn't a fact of I wanted to prove them wrong. It was a fact of everybody wrote me off. Not just one person.
Yeah.
Everybody as a collective.
And then to prove them wrong, it's
just like, I knew I was right, because at one point I thought I was going mental. I was like, right, this isn't the way to do it. It's not going to last long enough. And I started to believe it. But that's where, like you just said, if you surround yourself with 4 bums, you become the 5th. Yeah? And if that's the way you're thinking, that's what's going to happen. So I just went, at this point, I just stopped surrounding myself with everybody. Yeah,
it's good, man.
And I just went to my room. And I just thought, right, this is the way I'm going to cook. This is the way. I can't keep sitting there and being told that I ain't going to do anything.
Yeah.
So I took a step back, took more clients on, and all these clients was like, oh, I've heard that you're amazing at TikTok.
Yeah. You're the TikTok guy for everyone.
I was at the spa with Imran, and this is what happened. So Imran went, you want to meet this guy? And this company had just been on Dragon's Den, just filmed it. and they were turning over something mad. And I'd heard like they were paying like £3,500. So I said to him,
for their marketing.
yeah, for that marketing, and he was like posting rubbish stuff.
Yeah.
So I said to Imran, like, I'm gonna charge him $2,500. He was like, but I told him how much you charge me. I said, but mate, like the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm providing a service to you at mates rates. Like if anywhere else, you went anywhere else, and if you asked the business what would you pay for 10 million views over a month, they'd automatically snap your hand off at $2,000 in Manchester anyway. So I just went 2.5 and I won it.
Okay, so you said that, yeah.
So I got 3.2. So I've just gone from 700 quid a month.
Yeah.
700 quid a month to 3.2 grand. I'm thinking, wow. And then another one came, 3.5 grand. Because I was 2 businesses in one.
Yeah.
So I said, look, I'll do you a deal. See, I can help you out a bit. You know what I'm saying? So 3.5 grand. Thinking, wow, this has got something.
And this is just to look after the TikTok.
Just TikTok. This one was doing Instagram as well, so I was helping with the Instagram, but it was just the same
reels,
same thing, posting over too. And then I won another one. So I just made £5,000, 8.5 grand plus the 700, 9.2 grand, and nothing. And just like literally like one person after another just kept coming. I was thinking, wow. And then I had like 2 people working underneath me. Then I had another person working overseas, and I had someone else. And I was thinking, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, what? And then TikTok blew up for me. So like, I'd gone pumpkin picking. It was on the 8th of. I remember it clear as day, and I'm still making money from this video as of today.
So you went pumpkin picking.
But I went pumpkin. So basically, my girlfriend had been taking these greens. You know what? Do you know greens, like the actual drink? She'd been taking them for years. She'd been ordering them off Amazon. I always used to say, "What's that?" And she's like, "They taste disgusting. They're horrible." I was like, "All right."
It's meant to be good for
Yeah, it's just 22 ingredients. It's supposed to help with reducing bloating, and it helps you go to the toilet. So it makes you look a bit slimmer, I think.
Okay.
But she'd been taking it for 2 years, and I'd seen on TikTok that this company was doing a mango flavour. So I was like, all right, I'll have a go at that. And I didn't realise, but I could request a free sample because I still had the followers from previously. I requested a free sample. It came to my house. So I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get her first reaction on the camera. So I got first reaction on the camera. She went,
or to try it out.
Yeah, so she sipped it and she went, no way. Or something like that, she said. And it just went, and I just clipped the bit that, and put it at the start. And because that captured people's attention, it's just kept people recurring throughout the video. That video has now done 7.7 million views.
Yeah.
7.7 million views.
And how is that making you money then?
So, you're asking me the good stuff here. This is how people are going to make money. If you want to make money, listen up. Yeah. So basically, let's just say you've got £10, yeah?
Okay.
You're selling the product for £10.
Yeah.
On that, at that point, I was earning 10%, yeah?
Okay.
So that means I get £1 for every single one I sell.
Yeah.
Now, if it's going to 7 million people,
okay,
you're going to make half decent amount of money. But
okay, so you were selling this product using an affiliate link.
Use it. So basically, when you go on TikTok and you see underneath a video like a little basket and it's got like the name of the what's it called?
Yeah, I've seen them now. I've seen loads of people starting to do this recently. Where like this one guy I can think of on TikTok, he just screams and shouts, "Oh my guys, look what I've just found!"
Yeah.
And then it'll be like
the
this random
product.
Yeah. And then this. No, actually, he's not from Birmingham. He's from up north, I think. Some Asian guy.
Yeah, I've seen it. He was
hey guys, and he just talk about some like.
But do you know why he does that? So he doesn't do that to be in your face. He does that because it captures attention.
Yeah, he does that. Obviously, I know why he's doing that.
Yeah.
And obviously, he must be making some decent money off of it as well, isn't it?
Just got himself a Range Rover, I think.
Has he?
Yeah.
Fair play. Yeah.
Like, but so
yes.
So this this had happened, but obviously I've got my own agency at this point.
Yeah.
So I know the other side.
Okay.
So someone said to me, they've said to me, can I have your ad code? It's a really good video. I was thinking, what's an ad code? So this guy's told me, like, you need to press here on the bottom of your video. And he said, do you not know about it?
Who asked you for the ad code?
The company that I made the video for.
Okay, so they wanted your ad code at this point.
So basically, when they put ads on your video, I didn't know this. What do you do when you put ads on? You got a recurring spend that you spend on it every day, don't you?
Yeah.
On like if you could put someone on Instagram, it'll say like how much you want to spend on it a day.
Yeah.
So
like a daily budget.
So if they're gonna put ads on that video, you don't put the ads on the video. They put the ads on the video.
Okay, so they pay to boost your video,
And you still get commission.
and you still get commission.
Yes.
So is that, yeah.
Wait for this. So I said, yeah, you can have it, but I want 20%. And they've gone, all right. So I'm now getting 20%. But we're talking this product 30 quid. So I'm getting 20% of 30 quid.
So what was your initial?
6 quid.
What was your initial?
So I was only getting 3. It's doubled. So for
Okay,
every
okay.
one I sold, I got
Also, from
6
10% it's gone to 20%,
Yeah.
and that's because you negotiated with the actual company.
Well,
and they
I
liked
just
your-
said I want 20% if you're going to use it on ads. And
Yeah.
like some guy just said, try it. So I tried it and it worked.
Oh,
I
fair
was like,
play.
all right, sweet. And then
You know, on your TikTok analytics, can you see how much revenue you've made from
Them.
the ad?
how much I've made them or how much?
No, how much you've made through the ad rather than
No.
organic reach?
No.
It's just all combined.
So
is
I think it was about 5,000 that I made on that video organic.
it? Okay.
And I think it's done 10, 15,000 now. I don't know. I honestly
Are
don't.
they still putting ads on it?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like that video
It's
still makes
evergreen,
me...
in it. Yeah. So from a company's perspective, they're
So
making money in
people
it.
will go back to the video that they originally bought from
Mm,
because they just have a trust in it.
yeah. Fair play.
So, mate, it was an honest review, and that's with everything we've done. I tell you one thing: I tried Silent Rolls once, and I'll be honest, I just requested it, turned up at my house, and I thought I've got to make a video.
Right, let's just quickly let's make a little bit of a clarification just for the guys that are listening. They're probably a little bit confused. Okay, so ultimately what you're doing is you're selling products on TikTok.
Yeah.
Now these products are not your own products. These are products for other companies.
Yeah.
Now what these other companies do, they put themselves online
Yep.
and they use you guys as TikTok creators to promote their products.
Yeah. So
And-
instead of paying someone on Instagram to put a story on, this is your actual product on their video, and you can click buy from their video.
Yeah. So even for me, for example, I could go on there because I've got a TikTok shop.
Yeah.
I could go on there, pick a product that I think I could sell.
Pick one from round your house. Yeah.
Yeah. Make it or could order samples.
Yeah,
innit?
you
I
can order samples. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to. I'd suggest first to make one video with a product that you might already have. So you might have like my protein in your kitchen. You might
Okay.
have. You might.
But these are products that also have to be on the TikTok shop, innit?
Yeah. Pretty much everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty
You'll
much
be able to
everything.
find something.
You'll be able to find something.
I'm sure if I put these headphones on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
they'll do
So like LED lights is a good one.
something.
LED lights, and also I shouldn't really say this, but anything that's in the spotlight category, which if you go onto TikTok shop on your phone, so you've got a homepage, TikTok shop, add a video, activity, and profile. If you click on TikTok shop, there's a little button that says spotlight. If you click on there, TikTok backs all them videos. So if you
Yeah.
look at some certain people and their top performing videos, their top performing video will be a spotlight product. And why do you think that is? TikTok pushes it.
Okay, so you've obviously learned how to kind of do well in this space,
Yeah.
which is interesting. So ultimately, you've obviously selling TikTok products
Yeah.
via your videos. Are you putting yourself in these videos?
So I used to. I don't
Yeah.
know more.
Nah.
No. So obviously, when you get to a point and you're making the money that we've been making recently, there's a certain where we've lost it before. We're now trying to not lose it again.
Mm.
So I opened a business with Imran,
Yeah.
henna cosmetic. We sell henna in a cosmetic tube. That's easy. That's a semi-permanent makeup brand, but you can use it as semi-permanent freckles. It was a trend. We put it into a thing, and yeah, that's now making about 2.5, 3 grand a week. So, but what I'm trying to say is, I say to my girlfriend now, right? I'll order you the products. I'll have a look at what I think's good, because I'm on TikTok. Because obviously I'm posting and doing stuff like that. I'll have a look at the products, and you just make videos with them, right? And now I used to edit them. Now she's took over that. She's left the job now full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you work together full time together now?
Full time.
That must be a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have 2 rooms. So we've got a 2-bedroom apartment. And I work in the front room. She works in the spare room. We have it as like a filming room.
Okay.
Because there's so much stuff she needs to get through. It's
wicked, man.
Piled up. But we spend about 500 quid a week on new products. So you might see us make that money, but we also reinvest a lot of that money. And then when we're finished with the product, we'll donate it to somebody. So
what happened? Are you still doing the marketing agency?
No. So the marketing agency, basically what had happened was a lot of people had seen £2,500 as a lot of money. I'd made a few mistakes as not signing people into contracts because I was getting results. But it doesn't matter if I'm getting results or not. They was like, right, well, I know what he's doing now. I'm going to go try and do it for myself.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's flopped for him. Which, I'm not bothered.
Things didn't go as planned because you didn't have contracts in place.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's a learning curve, I suppose. We all got to learn in business. We all got to take a hit in business. You said that you're working full-time with your missus.
Yeah.
She's... you guys are working from your apartment.
Yeah.
So... when did you start making really good money for you guys to think, you know what? So with the marketing agency, so you decided to close it down, did you?
Yeah. So I decided to close it down. And basically what happened was 2 clients left us in January. We the last video for one of the clients, we did 3.5 million views.
Yeah.
And they get so they was like, it's too expensive for us. We're going to get a new marketing guy. We're gonna get a full-time marketing person, someone who can be on it all the time. But it's not. It's just someone who works in one of the kiosks who does the stuff. But it's all made on Canva, and I'm like, you're a big brand, you're a big brand. Like been on Dragon's Den, big brand. So it is what it is at the end of the day, mate. Like you can't tell someone to stay with you if they don't want to stay with you. Like. They paid me for 3 months, so 3 months of £2,500 is probably what I would have signed them into anyway. I wouldn't sign you into any more than 3 months because I couldn't. But I think.
So what made you decide that you wanted to stop it rather than continue pushing?
So the problem was I was getting to a point. I'd taken on a lad. Me and this lad had been working together. I think he took over most of the daily stuff of doing it. And then it was with 2 people left, and I was just like, it's barely got anything to do with me anyway. So I kind of just give it all to him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I did say to him, I said we can try it, go 50-50, but so I gave him 50%. And I was like, I was still really not involved. And I think when I gave him 50%, I think we was unaware about what was about to happen. Okay. So within a week later, I was having a meeting. Some guy came and picked me up in a McLaren and was like, right, we just sat there, and I was having a meeting about what the next steps was about doing TikTok Shop. And I went and met.
Yeah, who was the guy in the McLaren? you threw that one in there.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Yeah, I am allowed to say. I was just trying to remember. So I went and spelt with this guy anyway, and basically what it was, I tried to release a course before, and I know everyone's got a bad thing around them. Yeah. I tried to do it first thing for 50 quid, didn't work because there wasn't enough effort into it. I didn't really know how to run one. Then I tried to do a paid Discord, but I had an agency as well and all these other things going on. Yeah. It was just not working. So I was like, right, the agency's he's doing all that. I'm doing this at home. So I was more focusing on now I was doing all the TikTok Shop, editing all the videos, getting all them posted.
That was bringing in the most money.
Yeah, doing my personal brand. Basically with TikTok Shop, you build a pile of videos, and the bigger pile of videos that you make, the more money you make. Yeah. So the agency was kind of long gone in December, even though I'd started in September. I kind of outgrown it because of TikTok Shop.
Got ya.
And this guy took over it for me.
Yeah.
So we took on one client, and I remember taking him on, and I was thinking wow, like, I just feel like I don't even have anything to do with it. Like, he's asked me to take him on, but like, I don't really do much, you know what?
Yeah.
And I weren't really doing much. Like, there was bits like I'd go and film like once or twice a week for the agency, and so then my other 3 days I was editing and posting videos. Well, not 3 days because I used to work 7 days a week, but the other 2 days I'd be with my girlfriend, and 4 days, and then I'd have 1 day a week my girlfriend would go out and film some organic content. So and now I was getting to a point I was thinking, right, I'd met this guy, and this guy is a lad who's been doing Amazon courses from like the start, for a while now, for like good 3 or 4 years, because I thought if I was going to do this, I wanted to do it with somebody where if I'm going to sell something to someone, I'd already tried to give it away for free. I'd done a free Telegram Discord. I'd literally paid someone £300 a month just to respond to messages for me, just as and when they could. It wasn't like dedicated hours. It was just whenever you can reply to them messages, reply to them messages. So I was pinging everyone over to there. Then they get filtered through there, check if they was 18, and then they get put into a Discord. And I was like, right, well, I can try and take 50%, but I'm not going to take anything straight away. Let's try and get you going and see how you do. But because it was free, like with anything that's free, no one has anything tied to it. So I've got no money they've got no money tied to that, but I did. I was getting them products. I was sending them my products. I was doing all this stuff, and just.
But no one will take it seriously because there's no monetary value that they put against it.
Yeah, so they haven't paid £500 for it. They haven't paid £1,000 to it.
Yeah.
So there was nothing that tied them to it.
Making any effort.
So at that point, I then decided I was going to do something paid. I was thinking, do I pay a paid mentoring plan? I tried that, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I tried it for free with a girl. And I made her 15 grand in January. Tried it for free, just said I'd help her. She had 20,000 followers. And she did 14.7.
That's the thing with TikTok. You don't even have to have that many followers on it to be making good money.
So she did 14.7.
Because I know, with online, I know you get a little bit of hate as well regarding, you don't really make this much money. You go on these fake podcasts and all this, which I've seen. How much have you made in the last 7 days, just to kind of...
In the last 7 days, I think it's about 8.8 grand.
8.8 grand?
Yeah. And Temu. If you had Temu on top of that, probably 16.
Forget Temu, because that's something else, and that's separate. Yeah. That's using your...
So it depends. It depends. If you're talking everything, 16 grand. If you're just talking TikTok affiliate, 8.8.
So you're making another 8 off Temu?
Yeah, I made another 8 off Temu.
Yeah.
Had about 4 phones going on it.
So that's what, in the past 7 days?
Yeah.
That's all right, isn't it?
It's good, but it's how long you can get it to last for.
Yeah.
Now, this is where that clip that I told you, where I said I don't care if I'm making it for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, even if I make it for just 3 months.
Yeah.
I've made 40 grand a month, and I'll make 100, and I'll buy a house for 120,000.
But I think where people go wrong is, okay, let's just say you're making 20 grand a month.
Yeah.
People start increasing their lifestyle, so they'll get a nicer car, they'll get a nicer apartment, they'll get, XYZ, which is fair enough if you've got the money to do it. But then you also got to be mindful, is it sustainable? Am I going to be able to make this continued? Am I investing my money properly where it's giving me a return? Because like you said, if this is not something that can go on for a very long time, let's just say next month TikTok decides to stop TikTok shop,
that's what
you're gonna be on your ass again. Do you know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing whatever you're doing, like courses, and you diversify, you'll do well.
So I always get slated online as well for what I wear. Everyone says I always wear the same stuff. Now, I'm very ADHD in what I wear. I only like to stick with the same things. £10 River Island t-shirt, £40 River Island bottoms. I might have a £30 pair of Zara pants on some days, but that's all I buy. And I have about 3-4 of them. Now, I won't go buy designer. I won't go and do anything like that because I said I'd do it all in my tracksuit. The only reason I've turned up here in this is because I've got a bit of respect. So I'm not the kind of guy to go and spend a load of money. Like, if you can see, I've got pulls, rips, everything all over this jumper.
I think when you get to a point where you're mature enough to realize, like, okay, look after yourself, but it's not about what you wear. It's not about what it's about how you treat other people. It's about making an income that you're proud of, that gives you that fulfillment, and you're helping other people along the way.
Yeah, so basically, I made that money off Temu the other day, and I said to my girlfriend, like, look, it's money that we would have never had. It's money that we would have never had, so I'm going to give some of it away. So I sent my friend £150. Look, I'm not trying to say this for any congratulations. Sent my mate £150. I know he's struggling. And then I've been doing giveaways in my chat for 50 quid a day.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's just like money that I wouldn't have had. So I'm happy to give back because I know what 50 quid would have made. It would have made a massive difference to my bank holiday a year or two ago. So that's like people say I'm artless. I do all these videos and I sit on fake podcasts, but the reason I do it is because I don't want to rope people into things that they don't want to do. I don't want to make you come on here and if you didn't want to do it and say, can you just sit with me while I make some videos? Not everybody around me wants to do it.
No, I appreciate it for coming down, to be fair. I know it's the second time that you've come down because we wanted to make sure that we could done it properly. Now your story's good, man, and I like it, and I believe that obviously you're making good money. You want to share it with other people, and you want to train them up, and you want to give them the opportunity as well. Because I know a lot of, especially recently now, I've seen a lot of people doing similar things to what you're doing.
Yeah, but nobody tells anybody how to do
it. Yeah. So what is it? You've got your course now. Is it out yet? Is it coming up?
It is coming. Yeah, it is coming. So basically, what we're helping is getting everybody set up first. So I went through a bad thing of at the start. I've got to pay a lot of tax this year because I didn't get that sorted out in the start. So we are helping people. We're talking them through them points as well, like saying like, look, there is points to this, there's points to that. You've just got to be careful. If you have got a full-time job, put it in a limited company. Don't just go and put it all through one because it's going to be a mess for you.
Yeah.
Because the government, TikTok are telling the HMRC now how much you're making.
It's this new thing, isn't it, that if you're making, I think it's like £1,000 or whatever, because it's the same with these these delivery drivers.
Yeah.
Like their side income, I don't think they were declaring it, but I think now Uber and Just Eat and all these other platforms are directly telling HMRC.
Even Vinted now. Even if you're selling your pre-loved items.
It's crazy, isn't it? But so there are techniques that you can do. For example, putting in a limited company, that's one good technique. So is this something that you're going to be teaching in your course?
Yeah. So there's parts about that. There's parts about how to work with brands and do exactly what I've said, where it's working smarter, not harder. We're telling you exactly how to do the videos. We're telling you exactly what to say in the videos. We're telling you everything. And actually, which I've only just got signed recently, is the biggest brand for me are offering ads, and whoever is the top selling person in my group who join, he's going to get 15% on ads on their videos, and 100 people a month are going to get free samples, even if you've never ever made a TikTok video before, and you can't get that anywhere else. So there is points to it where like I've had to put that off my own back. Like I'm putting, mate, if 100 people, if they send out 100 bags and nobody makes any money off it, like I'm snookered. Like I'm their biggest, biggest creator. So they're not going to have a lot of trust in me. So I have to help people make that money back. So it's a double end. It's a great thing for me because then I know that I've got to make these people make money because it's otherwise going to affect me.
You're incentivized in it,
Yeah, I'm incentivized. But also things that people wouldn't usually get if they just join the platform on their own, they're now going to get through us.
Yeah, no, fair play, man. If someone was to start tomorrow, how much money do you reckon you can make someone earn within the next 2 months? And is it something that they have to be quite confident and bubbly? Or is
No. So mine, exactly the guy I was telling you about, the guy who I had an agency with, he came to me and he was like, Cam, I've got no money now. The agency's gone. I've got no money. He was thinking £1,750 was coming into his account because they were paying us £3,500. I got half, he got half. And he came to me and I was like, you know what to do, don't you? So TikTok shop. And he was like, what do you actually think? I was like, mate, honestly, if you want to make money this month, I said, just go do TikTok shop. First month he's made £1,000. So it's not the £1,750 that he thought, and I'm not going to sit here and go say, you're going to make 10 grand. You might do if you've got 20, 30, 40,000 followers. You might if you've got 5,000 followers. He had 200. He had 200 followers. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're going to make 10 grand if you got 200 followers. You might do if you can make viral after viral after viral after viral video.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
But you made £1,000, which if that's on top of your wage.
So you're doing this full time now then?
I'm doing this full time. My side is more moving us forward. So I'm trying to help bring things to the course, like brands, everything. I want it to be like a whole big thing. Like it's not just a course, it's like a whole community. Like I've been spending ages just building a community for free. I've been giving people free samples, been giving people free everything just to build a community around my brand. But yeah, it's I think my thing now is I'm making mad money off it. Believe me, don't believe me. I don't care, right? I honestly don't. And that's not me being arrogant. If you want to believe me, come and join.
No, I remember. So the last time that we recorded it, I remember you showing me on your analytics how much you made, and I think it was, how much was it then? I think it was about nine
grand in last week. Yeah,
9 grand in last week. So he's doing his thing, people. He's making his money, and he's helping you guys to make it too. So if you guys are interested in his course, give him a shout. If people want to reach out to you,
just come Easty. Yeah, come Easty. I have a link. You can sign up to there. You can also get booked in with a call with people. They'll help you for a full process. It's not just me. It's like 10 other people working on it.
So it's like a proper thing, isn't it?
It's like a whole business. That's why I gave 50. Like it's 50-50 with someone else. Like that's why I did it that way. So it's not just half-assed. You know what I mean? I just don't.
No, I think if you're gonna do something, you should do it properly, no matter what it is. And I think if you do it properly with all your efforts, it will pay off dividends. And again, if you are helping people to make money, then you know what I'm saying, they're not going to complain about it, are they?
Yeah, but I think people like to hate and not relate. Like they don't want to try to relate; they just want to hate instead.
Yeah, I've seen some of the comments on your videos.
Oh, mate.
Sometimes it doesn't.
To be honest, I do it as a joke. I don't do it. Mate, I cringe when I make them videos.
Yeah.
I cringe when I make them videos, but I just do them because, like, people say stay humble. Like, you can't really get much more humble than me. Like, honestly, mate, I don't go out. I don't go buy bottles. I don't go buy anything from Selfridges.
What do you think it is?
People don't like you to see you make money. Like, I promise you, mate. Like, no one ever gave me hate until I mentioned 40 grand, and I mentioned it once. And I mean once. I don't care what anybody else says. Yeah. I mentioned it once, and it was that video, right? Yeah, it was that video. That was it. Never mentioned it. That was the only first time I ever mentioned it. And I said to my girlfriend, I wish I never mentioned 40 grand because I got battered. You don't make 40 grand. You don't make 40 grand. Show me you make 40 grand. Like,
you know what it is? It's a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? And for you to say that you made someone's yearly salary in a month, people are going to get there.
Yeah, but I haven't made it. It's going into a limited company. So, like, say what you want. I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care. But if you're going to spend so much time hating, you're never going to be able to relate to something like that. 100%. And that's why I say, if you want to hate, but you could relate. Yeah. And if you spend more time, like, mate, these like 45-year-old men with man buns commenting in my comments telling me how much I need to get a life. You're in a 24-year-old's comments, getting pressed by him. Like, at the end of the day...
you're really young as well, man. Yeah, you got a long time to kind of build this.
Mate, I honestly don't care. I've been battered for years. I've been fat, I've been skinny, I've been ripped, I've been down, I've been depressed, I've been up, I've been down. But the best thing I've ever learned is if you ever do get a win, don't celebrate it too much. Just carry on going because you can then not plummet too low. If you're dead high, you're going to come crashing back down. And if you go lower than what your normal bar is, you're going to feel like you're down deep. So, like, now, all I do is everything. I don't know how to judge it because, like, the other day, for example, I got told I was getting kicked out of my apartment. I was saying to my girlfriend, I'll tell you, this is really bad. Like, we spent 12 grand to move in here. Spent 12 grand. I had to pay 6 months up front. We spent 12 grand to move in here. What are we gonna do?
Why were they gonna kick you out?
So the building doesn't allow dogs.
Okay.
The building doesn't allow dogs, but the letting agent and the landlord does.
Okay.
But they all hadn't communicated, and it was just it doesn't say no dogs anywhere, so no one would know it's no dogs. New landlord, all different problems anyway. So I was like to my girlfriend, like, oh, what are we going to do? There was money in the bank, but like I said, I don't want to be rash. I don't want to be buying things that I don't need to put money into. I was a bit rash in January and went and bought a Chevrolet Camaro that's now sat in a garage, and I've got to wait for a new part to come, and it doesn't come for another 2 weeks, and now I've got to get it re-wrapped and powder coated and all this other stuff, all because I made a stupid decision and bought it from auction.
Yeah,
right?
auction's dangerous, man.
Yeah, dangerous, mate.
Yeah,
dangerous place. Do never buy a car from auction. Mine had an electrical fault, and it's like
unless you know what you're doing.
Unless mate, I had no idea. I'd seen this big orange Chevrolet Camaro that sounds like a beast.
Yeah,
3.6 V6 liter engine. I was like, oh, wow, like me, put your foot down, and just. I'm thinking, wow. So I can't wait till that gets fixed, but I'm trying to not make bad decisions. I made one bad decision with that, and I don't want to make another one. So I said to my girlfriend, like, look. Like it's bad. Like I was trying to say, like I said, I don't know how. No, so she was like, "This is bad, Cam," and I was like, "I just don't know how to judge it. Like, don't know how to feel about it." Like I always say this to myself. There's the story of the Chinese farmer. Shia LaBeouf said it on the Real Ones podcast, and I was just sat there thinking about that, and it's like something I don't know how to judge it or something like that, or I don't know how to feel about it. And if you just say, like, because you never know what's going to come next. The next day I made $8,000 on TV. So I just made nearly 4 or 5 months rent on Timu in the space of one day. And I'm not trying to brag, but I could have took that as it was the worst news in the world.
Yeah.
I could have took it as like, that is the worst news. I've just moved all my furniture, I spent 500 quid to move my furniture into that place.
So what are you doing now then? Are you staying there or?
Not heard anything.
No.
Just not told us anything. Told us we got to get out, and then not told us. No, we didn't. They didn't actually tell us we got to get out. They said we're not allowed it, and then they said they was going to communicate it. But
sticky one.
Sticky one still. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Right, Cam. I know our time's coming up to the end of the podcast. Again, thanks for coming down. I'm pretty sure we'll stay in touch, and I'm looking forward to seeing your progress, man, because I know you're in for some big things. So keep doing what you're doing. Is there any last words that you want to say to our audience?
If you are down right now, if you do feel a bit sad, you feel a bit depressed, there is always a way back. 6 months ago, if you told me I would be where I am today, I wouldn't have believed you. I told you to go and swivel. So don't ever write anything off. If you do want to try something, just try giving it away for free for first. Showing people your results and then going to people with that. But if I can learn anything, don't care about what people say. If you're in a sticky situation, life's life at the end of the day. It gets better. Life's as bad as you make it. Trust me. And as soon as you realise that, I was probably one of the happiest when I was sat in a curry house when I had no money, with my girlfriend, scraping all of our change together. So even if you are in a bad situation right now, scraping money together, that is a beautiful place. That is a beautiful place, because I tell you what, you'll appreciate that curry 10 times more than I ever will.
Jeez, I like that, man. I like that. Cam, again, thanks for coming on the podcast. And guys, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.